If you're scrolling through endless recliner options and feeling that not of doubt dash, is this the one that will actually let me unwind without turning my living room into a garage? You're not alone. I've spent a few evenings actually setting up a couple of power lift chairs, reading the fine print, and listening to what people complain about after a few months of use. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. What I'm about to break down is whether the KswyyuwxgqI black leather electric powerlift recliner lives up to the hype or ends up being another piece of furniture you regret buying. First off, let's talk about the situation that usually pushes someone toward a powerlift recliner. You might have a knee or back issue that makes standing up from a regular sofa a chore. You could be a home theater enthusiast who wants a chair that swivels to face the screen, or you simply enjoy the ritual of sinking into a seat that adjusts with the push of a button. The KswyyuwxgqI tries to hit all three. Its electric lift mechanism is designed to raise and lower the seat, which, on paper, sounds perfect for anyone with limited mobility. In practice, the motor feels smooth enough that you don't hear a loud whine when you press the control, something I've heard people complain about with cheaper models. That quiet operation matters if you're watching a movie late at night and don't want the chair to steal the spotlight. Now, who actually benefits from this chair? If you're someone who spends a lot of time in a single spot, think marathon gaming sessions, binge-watching series, or reading for hours, the full-body recline and the 360-degree swivel give you the freedom to rotate without getting up and the ability to stretch out fully. The built-in LED lights are a subtle but handy feature. They glow a soft amber that's bright enough to locate the remote in a dark room but not so harsh that it disrupts the ambience of a home theater. For a small apartment where floor space is at a premium, the swivel also means you can angle the chair toward a window or a desk without rearranging the whole room. On the flip side, if your primary need is occasional lounging and you don't have any mobility concerns, you might be paying for features you'll never use. The power lift function, while smooth, adds a few extra pounds to the overall weight, making the chair a bit of a heavyweight when you need to move it for cleaning or rearranging. I've found that 2 people are usually required to shift it across a carpeted floor without scratching the legs. Also, the LED strip is fixed in a single color. If you're into customizable lighting moods, you'll have to settle for the default or add aftermarket strips, which defeats the purpose of built-in. Let's walk through a typical weekday scenario. Imagine you've just finished a long day at the office, you're nursing a sore lower back, and you want to unwind with a few episodes of a show. You press the lift button, and the seat rises just enough to let you slip your feet onto the footrest without straining. The recline then slides back into a nearly horizontal position, cradling your spine with the lumbar pillow that comes with the chair. The LED lights turn on automatically as the chair reaches its most reclined state, providing a gentle illumination that's perfect for finding the remote or a snack. In my test, the lumbar pillow actually made a noticeable difference compared to a standard cushion. It filled the small dip in the lower back and helped keep my posture neutral for the entire episode run. Contrast that with a weekend gaming marathon. You have friends over, the room is dim, and you need to swivel quickly between the TV and the side table where the drinks are. The 360-degree rotation works without any wobble, and because the chair's base is a sturdy, wide-footed design, it stays planted even when you lean forward for an intense moment. The only downside I noticed was the armrests. They're a fixed width, so if you have larger arms, they can feel a bit restrictive when you're trying to rest your elbows while holding a controller. It's not a deal-breaker, but it's something to consider if you know you need extra elbow room. Another practical point is everyday durability. The black leather finish is synthetic, which means it's resistant to spills, an essential factor if you're prone to snacking while you sit. A quick wipe with a damp cloth removes crumbs or soda drips without leaving streaks. However, the leather does show fingerprints after a while, especially if you rest your hands on the armrests for long periods. A light dusting with a microfiber cloth restores its sleek look, but if you're looking for a chair that stays pristine with minimal upkeep, you might need to accept that occasional cleaning is part of the package. When it comes to value for money, the price point sits in the mid-range for powerlift recliners that also boast LED